Right now, some local hotel workers are on strike right ahead of Comic-Con. Thanks for being here, everyone. At 6 a.m., I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Neda Ibrahimpour. Glad to have you with us. So this strike comes after many months of negotiations that we've been covering. It's between the group and the Hilton San Diego Bayfront. And that's where CBS 8's Chris Groh joining us live downtown to give us the very latest. Since early this morning, they've been on strike, right, Chris?
Yeah, good morning. The picket line has been very active, especially within the last couple of minutes. You can see them marching there and going ahead and chanting. That's right there by the employee entrance as well as right by a guest entrance. And you can see again them trying to be very visual with their demonstration and their picketing. Of course, both sides were in the midst of negotiations. Things fell apart last night, and previously the union had voted to give leadership the ability to go ahead and call for a strike if things did not go well. And that's where we find ourselves this morning. Here's a conversation that we had with one of the hotel employees just a short time ago this morning. Take a listen.
This time, I mean, with everything that's going on with the pandemic, I think, we know that everything is going up crazy, especially gas prices is going up. And most of the team members, they work 2 jobs. So 1 job is not enough.
And so the union is fighting for better pay to try to help bridge the gap there between employees, what they make, and what the cost of living is, but also the hotel's policy of daily cleaning. Now, there's a reason why that's an important sticking point here. The union wants the rooms to be cleaned daily so that housekeepers have more hours. And according to the union, as far as how far apart they are in pay, they went into negotiations wanting a $6 raise over 2 years. They came down to $4, but the Hilton, according to the union, started with just a 50-cent raise, but eventually got up to $2.50. However, that does not include daily cleaning. They also wanted to raise parking, the monthly fee that they charge for parking, by $20. Now, we did just receive a brand new statement here from the Hilton, who did say that they have a contingency plan in place because, of course, this happening on the eve of Comic-Con. Today is preview night. Tomorrow is opening day. We went ahead and posted that statement up on our website at CBS8.com. And, of course, you can hear more coming up in just about a half hour here on CBS 8. Eric and Neda.
All right, thanks for that update, Chris. As for Comic-Con, it is back in full force. For the first time since 2019, we'll have more on the event, including things you can do without a badge, all coming up here in just a moment. Our other top story we're following this morning, back to school for many South Bay students on a year-round schedule, and there will be some new changes for everyone. In Chula Vista, the new Fahari Jeffers Elementary School will open to students for the first time this morning. The school is named after a longtime civil rights and labor leader.
We're super excited to name the school after her and honor her after her passing in 2019.
Meanwhile, later start times for high school and middle schools will be in place for the Sweetwater Union High School District today. This is due to a new state law. High schools in the South Bay will start at around 8:30 a.m. and middle schools around 8 a.m.
It's going to be some adjustments, we understand, for our families, but we've been working to communicate this out so that our families would understand what this change means for them.
And another quick note here, right now masks are optional for both Sweetwater and the Chula Vista Elementary School District.
New this morning here, the San Diego Police Department, they are offering some incentives to address their staffing shortage. This is something we've been covering a lot here. San Diego City Council just approved $400,000 between fiscal years 2023 to 2024 to offer these incentives. If a San Diego police officer attracts a new recruit, they'll get up to $3,000 for that referral. They would get up to $4,000 for recruiting a veteran officer, and officers transferring from another agency, they could get $15,000. So the Comic-Con fun begins today, as we've been covering, and the full-scale event will kick off with preview night.
Yeah, this sold-out event means an onslaught of tourists ready and willing to help boost their local economy. Local businesses are getting ready for the pop culture invasion. Businesses like Cali Cream Homemade Ice Cream, they're launching a line of superhero flavors for the week. Restaurants, bars, hotels, they're also gearing up for the tens of thousands of visitors for the con.
We're kind of busting at the seams a little bit, but it's good. It's a good thing.
Even lately, without Comic-Con, it's been unbelievable. So San Diego is probably going to get a big hit in business all around due to Comic-Con.
Comic-Con just released their dates for next year, and the manager of one hostel in the Gaslamp tells us they are already starting to book up for July of 2023. About 70,000 people a day are expected to roam the convention center over the next few days. Thousands more will be people watching outside. So yes, safety is definitely top of mind.
There is a whole army of people who are working just to guarantee our safety. And that is something that is very, very sobering. We're very grateful for that.
Police officers, both in uniform and undercover, will be on high alert. Plus, both the convention center and Comic-Con hire their own private security. The police department and MTS will share more safety and traffic information this morning. And remember, Harbor Drive in front of the convention center will be closed starting at 2 p.m. today.
So now listen to this. If you do not have a Comic-Con badge, don't worry. There's still a lot going on around San Diego for those of you who don't have those highly coveted tickets to the convention itself. So that includes the Comic-Con Blood Drive. Let's start with this. It kicks off at 9 a.m. at the Manchester Grand Hyatt. Donors will get a Thor Love and Thunder t-shirt. So if you want one of those, also do a good deed. Go to that Blood Drive. You can also visit the Comic-Con Museum without needing a badge. Today, Spider-Man will become the 4th inductee into the museum's Character Hall of Fame. You can also experience their Spider-Man exhibition that's through September at the Comic-Con Museum. City libraries are also hosting events like Superhero Story Time. Starting tomorrow, this year's Comic-Con Library Card. Oh, this will be released at all library locations. It was designed by a Tijuana-based artist and is the first time a San Diego library card has been produced in Spanish and Espanol. Look at that, Biblioteca Pública de San Diego. Stay tuned tomorrow. Our team will be live with a preview of the fun right around the convention center. And I was checking out when The Rock will be there because I was very excited about that. He's going to be previewing Black Adam, the show, or the movie, and he'll be here on Saturday, so July 23rd, possibly Hall H. That's where they're expecting to see him.
You could see the eyebrow on Saturday. The eyebrow will go up. That's famous for. Let's see it. There's The Rock.
The eyebrow.
That's not bad, Evan. Do it one more time.
The Rock's eyebrow. There you go.
There it is.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Something I can do.
Not too bad. Maybe he's up this morning watching.
Maybe. It continues now. Every time a celebrity is in San Diego, I'm just going to be like, maybe they're watching.
Could be.
One day we're going to be right. 6:08, good morning to you. We were taking a look at some beautiful video along the coast of this. You got surfers enjoying the water out there. No wonder a high surf advisory is in effect right now. You got plenty of beachgoers, whether they're taking pictures or surfing the waves themselves, encountering 4 to 6 foot waves. At times, these waves were 6 to 8 feet, sets of 10 possible. Now that's a bit calmer. We're down to about 8-foot sets possible, but still, I mean, it's pretty intense in the waters out there. So what you got to keep in mind is that you really should only be surfing or swimming in the water if you're experienced, first off. Second off, no matter what level of expertise you have, you should be near a lifeguard. And then last but not least, if you are not experienced, you can still get in, get your feet in, get your toes in, but don't get too far in that water with these 4 to 6 foot waves. Risk of rip currents still remains tremendously high out there. And hey, regardless of what you're doing out there along the water, even if you're just taking pictures, make sure to lather on the sunscreen because we have a pretty extreme UV index for our Wednesday. Sunrise was about 15 minutes ago. It was 5:55. Sunset's going to be at 7:55 p.m. Forecast for the day shows warming temperatures across the county. Mid-level clouds encountered countywide. So to start off the morning, we're seeing them mostly along the coast and through your mountaintops, moving towards some of your deserts. But by the afternoon, we're going to see partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures continue to warm up. We'll see a high of about 86 inland, 85 across the mountains, and 112 for those deserts out there. Here's the view again from San Miguel. It has been a gorgeous start to the day. You can make out, this is north facing, but you can see how just farther off to the east, we're seeing plenty of beautiful orange and yellow views peek through. However, keep in mind there is still quite a depth to that marine layer. 69 degrees outside right now. Winds are calm. And humidity still pretty high out there and will continue to be so this afternoon. Ridge of high pressure stays in place. Monsoonal moisture off to the east of us, but for us in San Diego, we're not encountering much of it. Looks like we're going to stay dry. All we're going to see in translation is those mid and high level clouds. We don't expect any wet weather throughout this week, just those clouds and then it looks like early next week we can encounter a bit of it. 6:10, let's take a look at what's going on in traffic this morning. So far, things are pretty mellow on the roads. I will take you, though, to 2 crashes that are causing quite a headache. One of them was just cleared minutes ago, but still causing some congestion there on the 805 northbound lanes at Noble Drive. Previously had the right-hand shoulder and 1 lane blocked. Now it's just the right-hand shoulder. CHP, though, clearing the situation as we speak. Want to take you farther up to the 5 North. This is still in place. Right-hand shoulder is blocked with a crash on the 5 North at Del Mar Heights Road. This is from Del Mar Heights to Via de la Valle in the Del Mar area. You can see the yellow, orange, and red all leading up to this crash on those northbound lanes. So expect some delays in that area to start off your 6 o'clock hour. Beyond that, speeds are moving pretty fast out there. Standard 60 mile per hour speeds, 60 to 70 out there as you head out on the major roadways.